So the saying goes, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. When it comes to having an emergency fund, this is true. We will face emergencies from time to time, no matter how much we hope for the best. This needs the preparation of an emergency budget, the establishment of an emergency fund, and financial planning for unexpected expenses. The majority of people use credit cards as an emergency reserve. Credit cards may appear to be an emergency answer at the time, but they can also establish a vicious cycle of debt dependency. It might mean that you're paying interest on food you bought more than a year ago. You'll need to build and grow an emergency fund. You must adjust some financial habits in order to develop and expand an emergency fund. The benefits of these adjustments clearly outweigh the obstacles. Why is an emergency fund important? Having an emergency fund provides you with a safety net and puts you on the path to financial stability and personal wealth. If you lose your job unexpectedly, it may be able to save you from bankruptcy or other financial problems. This fund is money set aside in case life throws you a curveball. It's a far better option than adding to your debt load or risking penalties for taking money out of long-term investments too soon. Why do people not have an emergency fund? Approximately 3/4 of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, with little or no emergency savings. That's more than half of us who would be stressed and unsure of what to do in the event of a serious emergency. People have become familiar with their bank accounts being low and waiting a few days for the next check to arrive. Instead of being saved in an emergency fund, surplus money is spent as a reward for hard work. Perhaps they want to make a difference and start saving more, but don't know where to begin. How to build an emergency fund? To begin, we must break the paycheck to paycheck cycle and just begin saving. Don't be disappointed if the amount is tiny at first. Just getting started, regardless of the financial amount, is a step in the right direction. It will change your money over time. Begin with $25 each month and gradually raise it. With time, you'll see that this begins to add up, and you'll be even more encouraged to save more money. The idea is to save a fixed amount of money on a regular basis. Create a budget if you're not sure where you'll find the $25 each month. A budget will show you where you can save money and minimize costs. Then set a date for depositing your money. How much should I save in an emergency fund? Having 6 or more months' worth of living costs saved is a fantastic long-term goal. If you or your significant other loses your job, this will give you some breathing room and time to sort out a strategy. A $1,000 emergency fund is a fantastic place to start. This would be plenty to assist you with an immediate house or car repair. It may also come in handy if you had a medical emergency and required money to cover your deductible. The amount of your emergency fund will also be determined by your unique circumstances. In the case of a financial catastrophe, a single person with a lower budget and a solid support system may not require as much as someone with multiple dependents. How to grow an emergency fund? You can build an emergency fund by acting as if it doesn't exist. You should really attempt to forget about it, out of sight, out of mind, until you need it. Some individuals use their emergency savings for things that aren't genuinely emergencies, such as a vacation or purchasing a new item while the old one is still working. Instead, unless there is a serious emergency, you must resist the desire to spend this money. Setting new goals gets more thrilling as your funds rise. It might become a race between you and yourself to see how much more money you can save. You may increase the growth of your emergency fund by depositing any additional money, such as a bonus at work. You'll sleep better at night. You'll get a better night's sleep, and emergency fund serves as your own personal finance aid. These funds will allow you to sleep easier at night knowing that you are prepared for life's unforeseen expenses. Once you've built your emergency fund and made steady savings a habit, it will grow to the point where you'll want to look into investment possibilities. Being financially free includes having your own money to deal with crises. If you're in good financial shape, you'll be on your way to prosperity and a secure future. Turn your passion for success into a lifestyle. Subscribe to my channel for more tips on setting goals, achieving success, and finding financial independence. That's it.